Today we're going to make macaroni art on the iPad, plus I'm going to show you the Airplay feature using your Apple TV to show your iPad on the screen. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at an app a day to keep your iPad aplay. Of course, we show a lot of great apps, a lot of business apps, a lot of games, a lot of fun apps, so on and so forth. You can check it all out over at iPad-365.com for iPad 365. You can also Twitter me at iPad365, and the email is iPad365show@gmail.com, iPad365show@gmail.com. All right, today we're going to show you a pretty cool little app, kind of a drawing app, kind of a macaroni art app. A lot of them are just drawing apps, but you never had to put macaroni on to your drawings before. Kraft has come out with this one. This is a lot of fun. It's like I said, it is a drawing app, as you can see. It's the Kraft macaroni app. And basically what it is you get macaroni, you get a paintbrush, you get an eraser tool, and you get different scenes and pictures and stuff like that. So let's say you want to make birthday wishes or something like that. You choose the birthday, you choose done, and all of a sudden you've got a birthday card which you can then create. You take your paintbrush, you dip it in your color paint, whichever color you want. We're just going to say blue because that's the one chosen. We're going to choose the brush. We're going to choose the brush size, whether thick brush, medium brush, or thin brush. And I think I just picked a thin brush. And then we're going to do our paintings, our drawings. So we'll make a quick drawing here. And then you put in a couple eyes and a big nose. Now, for the smile, which I won't use the brush, I will actually use a piece of macaroni. And I can choose from different types of macaroni. I've got the little elbow ones like you'd find in mac and cheese. You got the more straight ones or a slightly curved ones. We're going to choose the slightly curved one. We're going to put that right there. And as you can see, there we go. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can rotate it if I want to. And just get a good smile there. Let's turn it just a little bit more. There we go. And I can even paint it. And I can paint that blue. And there we go. We've got macaroni art right there. So now we've got a card here that we can send to our friends because it's their birthday and have a lot of fun with that. Oops, I made a mistake there. I'll just choose the undo button. And then I can continue on from there. Nah, that doesn't look right, so we'll just do undo and undo. We can throw it in the trash. We can go to our refrigerator and take a look, and we're going to talk about that in a second here. They basically have this noodle donation that you can actually glue down and send your artwork to them, put it on your fridge, and donate, of course, noodles, which they end up donating food to feed the hungry, which is pretty cool there. So let's say we'll close this out. We've got my picture. We'll just change the paper just to a regular white paper because it really wasn't a birthday wish. It's just a drawing. We'll glue it down and donate it. Now we could title this, and I think I will title this Jeff's work. And it says, want Kraft macaroni and cheese to consider showcasing your art? Yes, I'd like to. And we could do the first name and email. It takes 10 noodles to glue down, so we're just going to hit glue down and donate. We won't do that for now. We'll glue down and donate. So now we've just donated 10 noodles. You get more noodles as you go, and of course, your picture then gets saved to your fridge. So right here, as you can see, along with the other stuff, I've got my picture right here, and the more pieces of work I have, the more I'm going to fill on my fridge. I can also delete it, or I can also email it, or save it to my photos, and go from there. So as you can see, we've got a pretty big fridge here, and go from there. It's Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Macaroni Art app. It's in the App Store right now, absolutely free. So try it out. Donate some noodles. Make a drawing, even though if you can't draw, even if you can't paint, just do some macaroni art and send it to Kraft. And you might just find yourself on the top of their fridge. All right, like I said, I started a brand new website. It's called How to Record Podcasts. For all of you video podcasters, audio podcasters out there that want to learn how to actually create your own podcast. We've got a great site. I've got a lot of articles up on here. the latest one. How long should your podcast be? Should it be 2 minutes? Should it be 20 minutes? Should it be 2 hours? This is what we talk about in this article. And of course, we've got mic reviews, headphone reviews, different and cool articles on what you should be thinking about, what you shouldn't be thinking about with your podcast. So check it out. It's How to Record Podcasts, and it's just that, howtorecordpodcasts.com. All right, I switched up my setup a little bit different. And of course, we've got the monitor here, we've got the iPad here, but I don't have the direct cable to the iPad, so I can actually freely move around my iPad. What I did do was grab an Apple TV and create this, actually using the Airplay mode to the Apple TV. It's actually very straightforward on how to do it. You've got to get your Apple TV set up so it will accept an incoming connection from your home wireless Airplay or whatever. And then what you do is on your iPad, you double click on or double tap the home button, and that brings that bottom bar up to look at the different apps. If you move it all the way to the side, you have your contrast and your volume there. But you also have this little button. It's a little blue button, and it's got a square with a little arrow on it. You press that, and it says, "Hey, we can use Airplay to push this to your iPad or to push this to your Apple TV." I'm going to choose Apple TV, and I'm going to say mirroring is on. So what it will do is it will absolutely mirror exactly what's here. Now, I can turn the mirroring off, which means that if I've got, we had that app Earthscape a couple weeks ago. Mirroring would then put part of the app onto the monitor and part of the app onto the iPad, the control settings on the iPad, and then the actual monitor. You can also do that with the movie, so if you get distracted by the fact that the movie's showing on two screens, that you can actually just push it over to the one screen and then have a set of controls here. And of course, with the Apple TV comes the Apple remote, which you can then not only use with the Apple TV, but you can also use with things like Presenter for your iPad, so you can click through presentations if you're using it for business and stuff like that. And once again, get yourself an Apple TV and an iPad, and you're rocking and rolling. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What do you think? Did you like the Macaroni Art by Kraft? I applaud Kraft for coming out with this application and helping feed the hungry, and you should think about that too. Different ways you can donate, different ways you can be a part of a community. All right, well, iPad is the Twitter handle. Of course, iPad 365 is the Twitter handle. iPad365show@gmail.com is the email address. Thanks a lot for watching this episode, and of course, watching all of the shows on Geekazine, where we've got a lot of great stuff, and the Day in Tech History, which is a rundown of tech history on a daily basis. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching once again. We'll see you next time when it will be another episode of iPad 365. And until then, you guys geek out. You should follow Graphite on Twitter @GraphiteINC.